After climbing the corporate ladder to great success, Vanessa O'Brien lost it all in the 2009 economic meltdown. It was then that she set her sights on some new heights, entering the world of mountaineering, and then trekking to the highest peak on every continent, all while coming to terms with her traumatic past. Vanessa is the first American woman to summit K2, the mountain that kills 1 out of every 4 climbers. She shares her incredible journey in the new book, To the Greatest Heights, Facing Danger, Finding Humility, and Climbing a Mountain of Truth. And Vanessa, it is great to have you with us today. So let's start back in 2009 when you lost your job in the financial crash, as so many others did too. So you didn't have a new direction at that time. How in the world did you decide to go and climb mountains?
So, well, the financial crisis was a catalyst for me to do something new. And what I did was sort of take stock of, what I had in terms of some of the skills, leadership, teamwork, all of those things. And then I started sort of plotting what I needed to do. I needed a goal, I needed 2 years, I had a list of 5 things or so, and I started sort of putting things together against that list and looking for different things. And usually those things would fail against the list, like let's say I cared about curing malaria, right? It was longer than 2 to 3 years. Or if I wanted to develop a product line, it would get one of those things on the list. But then somebody dropped the term Everest into the mix, and I thought, oh, Everest, where is it? How high is it? First, I remember it had been conquered in 1953, but that was then, and it was still being done now or then. And I thought, could I do it? I didn't have any climbing skills, but coming from a corporate background, I knew climbing was a skill and it could be learned and therefore taught.
And what was it that you learned working for so many years in the male-dominated financial industry that, helped to prepare you for the new challenges of world-class mountaineering?
Yeah, so mountaineering was also much male-dominated, so that didn't really change, and I didn't really see the difference. So probably coming from that background prepared me well for the new vocation. Mountaineering looks very physical, but the reality is it's quite a mental exercise, because these large peaks of 26,000 feet or 8,000 meters or more really take 6 to 8 weeks, because they're quite high. They're at the bottom of the troposphere, and it takes that long to build red blood cells, which are fueled with it. So what keeps you there has to be a mental exercise as well as an endurance exercise. And that is something that I think women are quite good at. It's where there's mental. In addition, you have to remember what's keeping you there and having that sort of mental willpower in addition to the spiritual and the physical.
Talk about the physical for us for a minute. Describe how you trained for this big event. I mean, it sounds like it must have been pretty intense.
Yeah, training is, if you're going somewhere where there's what they say, quote, into thin air, you really want to increase your cardiovascular. So anything that gets your heart rate up and has you utilize oxygen, has your body, get better at utilizing oxygen. So things like running, things like, fast walking, any sort of climbing stairs. I used to climb stairs because I lived in cities and I couldn't always get out to the country, so stair climbing was great. If you manipulate the type of activities you're going to undertake, that's always helpful. You don't want to put on a lot of muscle if you're going at high altitude, because muscle will compete for oxygen, and the oxygen that's in a limited resource must go to the brain and the heart and the lungs. So you need to be strong enough to carry a minimum of, some water and some oxygen and maybe, some food. So you don't really need to carry as much weight as you think.
Well, Vanessa, you hold the title of the fastest woman to complete the 7 summits, one on each continent. That's a Guinness record. Congratulations on that. And boy, your story certainly is inspiring for all of us. If you want to check out her book, it's called To the Greatest Heights. And thank you so much, Vanessa, for joining us today. Vanessa O'Brien, mountaineer, explorer, public speaker, and now author. Thank you.